Hey guys, I finally got the next pack 4 of the Millennium Falcon built, and I just wanted to go over and show it to you. Um, this one actually took me quite a while. I know it doesn't seem like that long since my last upload, but this took about 3 weeks to get everything how I wanted it to. So um, this is where our frame sits as of now. Let me back up a little bit. So it's growing. It's getting pretty big. So there's the frame. And then this is the first of the corridors that we've done. And these archways here, each one of those pads gets glued on separately. So not really hard, but that part does get a bit tedious. And then I went ahead and weathered the floor up. I don't know if, there you go. You can kind of see that. Kind of made it look a little dirty. And then same with the pads on the archways, if I can get it to focus. Okay, so there's that. And then I know I told you I was going to get this done a while ago, but I finally got the first of the guns we got. I got it painted and detailed. I used light grime on this and then went over it pretty liberally with a black wash to kind of bring out some of the details. So, and then I used black powder on the ends of the barrels there to show where they would get discolored from firing. I'm assuming that's what would happen. I don't really know what would really happen to a laser gun. But anyway, so there's that. I thought that came out looking really good. And then lastly, this is what took up the bulk of the time I've been working on Pack 4. I have the entire cargo hold finished. And I know I'd kind of teased you this in the last video on what it looked like when it was done. And here it is. In the original movies, when the studio model makers were building the Millennium Falcon, all of the little details, I believe they call them greeblies on it, a lot of that were pieces from other models. They'd go to a hobby store and just buy a bunch of plastic models and find little pieces on it. So in the spirit of that, I kind of wanted to do the same thing. A lot of you guys might know this as kit bashing. And so that's kind of what I did. So I'll kind of go over here with you some of the details on here that are sourced from other models. For example, this panel right here, that's the ventilation panel from the Eagle Moss or Fanhome 1/8 scale Ecto 1 that I built. These are just extra parts I'd accumulated over the years. And I finished my Ecto 1 earlier this year. You can see it up there. So, and then we'll go over here. This is the nav computer, and I went over that, how I detailed that. And then these two wires here. This was just some rubber tubing I'd had from another part work. I just kind of have a bunch of that. And then this is some jeweler's wire here, the gold one, and I painted that. These pipes that go in the back, I detailed those, did some rust effect on them. I really like how that rust effect came out. Let me see if I can focus it. I really hope I can remember in the future how I did that, because I'm sure that will come in handy. And then if we turn it around, this panel here is part of the equipment from the Ecto 1 model also. That was the oscilloscope that sits in the back of the car. This is the vent and air conditioner panel from Ecto 1. And this little panel here actually was part of the Millennium Falcon build. If I hadn't used photo etch on the nav computer, it would have sat on there. But because I used the photo etch, it didn't go on there. This little gold guy here, that is a fuel pump, I believe, for the 1/8 scale World War II Jeep Willys. Again, these are extra parts I had. This is the starter motor for the Jeep Willys. This little thing here, you might be able to tell by the shape. The front panel there, that is the radio, a custom radio from a 1/25th scale 59 El Camino that I had. And then what it's mounted to there, that is the body of a 1/25th scale supercharger from an engine. And I just thought they looked right together, so I just glued it on there. This box here is part of the Willys Jeep, as is this little box coming off at the angle. And then this yellow switch here, I believe that's the headlight switch for the Willys Jeep. I don't remember, but I painted that. And then the wires you see coming down here, there. Those are just extra scrap wires I'd had. Because, you know, the Millennium Falcon is kind of, I don't want to say broken down. It's kind of beat up. It's not a good looking ship. So now we'll go over here to the other wall. This long thing here, that's part of the equipment for Ecto 1. That's the, I believe it's called a Telefunken communication array that sits in the back. That's what that is. And then on top of it, that was just some spare wire I'd had. This red piece down here, the red part is the oil filter assembly for the Willys Jeep. This little part on top of it, I don't remember what that piece is called, but that was also off the Willys Jeep. And then these two wires here, the gold and the brass and the copper, that's just jeweler's wire I had. And then what they're mounted to here, this U-shaped piece, this is the intake manifold for the Willys Jeep. So just make, you know, just this corner was very empty when it was done. So I wanted to put some stuff in there, just kind of show, you know, how it was pieced together. Just kind of my homage to how the original builders had built the actual studio ships. I know it's not canon, you know, but I thought it looked good. I built this for me. So there's that. And in contrast, this is what the cargo hold would look like if you built it straight out of the box. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly serviceable. It looks good. There's a nice amount of detail on there. This was just more something I wanted to do for myself. So I had a lot of fun doing it. It was kind of nerve-wracking trying to find pieces that fit together. But anyway, there you go. So that is Pack 4 of the Millennium Falcon complete. And I've already started working on Pack 5. So hopefully I'll have another video up here shortly. So thanks for watching.